Tucker, Pryor, Bentley. Who's going to be the first one to break into turn number 1? 3x3. The 2024 Mid-East Street Stock Memorial Day Classic is green flag at Cherokee Speedway. Three and 4 wide, beating and banging. Tucker gonna clear for the lead off of turn number 2. Big battle for the second spot. Blake Pryor underneath Blake Bentley. Here comes Bentley down to the outside. Door to door they rock, but it's the 12 machine of Rod Tucker gonna lead lap number 1. Rest of the field roaring around this 3/8 red clay oval. They make it. They survive. The 3 wide start is lap number 1 is in the books. Tucker is still your leader, followed by a great battle for the second spot. A pair of Blake Pryor in the yellow Missile chassis 78, Blake Bentley in the number 18 machine. Bentley now going to file to that second spot. Pryor going to have to fall back to third. Caleb McLaughlin early run in the 4th place spot. Andrew Durham going to sit in 5th. Behind him going to be Blaze Bryant. First time seeing the racetrack right now. He rides in the 6th spot. Bailey Lofton behind him. Devin Morgan right now on the backside of the top 10. Patrick Lyon, Austin Brown behind him. Good battles throughout the field here as we begin to click laps away. Rod Tucker has opened up what would look to be about a 6 to 7 car length lead over Blake Bentley. Blake Pryor not going to let Bentley stroll too far away. He's still sitting in that 3rd position, trying to see what he can do. Caleb McLaughlin, C-Bomb in an 83 Statement race car sponsored by Intense Graphics. He sits in the 4th spot. Andrew Durham still continues to ride 5th. Best battle on the racetrack at the moment looks like it's going to be for the 6th position between Bailey Lofton and Devin Morgan. Morgan already has some damage on that passenger side rear quarter panel. Not sure where it came from. Likely that 3 wide start that these drivers had to survive just moments ago. Six laps already in the books, 44 remain. Tucker still having an easy lead here. Blake Bentley has pulled a bit closer here. Bentley 0.7 seconds off of the lead that time by. Tucker gonna roar across the stripe this time in his number 12 Statement race cars machine. That time 6.68 seconds separates your top 2. We've gone single file for the first 5 to 6 race cars. Patrick Lyon trying to make a move on Devin Morgan inside of the top 10. Further back, Casey Towell making moves, passes Cody Ussery, A.J. Barker right in front of him. Those drivers battling just outside of the top 10. Battle brewing inside the top 5 as Andrew Durham pokes the nose inside of Caleb McLaughlin. Durham in the 06 machine poking beneath McLaughlin. McLaughlin able to fight back that time around the outside. Up front, the lead's gotten a bit closer as Rod Tucker starting to get reeled in by Blake Bentley. Not sure if Tucker's just trying to save equipment or if Bentley is just all go right here early. This time around, they'll complete lap number 10. It'll be 40 to go in the Mid-East Street Stock Memorial Day Classic. Lap traffic could become a factor here in the next 5 to 6 laps as Tucker continues to pace this field. 19-second lap times. We've seen almost a second fall off of these drivers' fastest laps of the night. Turn 2, Cade Langley trying to make it around Terry Caples Jr. Langley going to make the pass right now. Langley up inside of the top 15. Turns 3 and 4, Johnny Westmoreland going to pull it up to the outside. The Night Stalker machine up the hill. That could draw the caution. Yes, it will. And that will bring out our first service center of Gaffney caution flag of the evening when it comes to the Mid-East Street Stock Memorial Day Classic. The Earnhardt Technologies restart zone, the green flag back underway here down the front stretch. Oh, Blake Pryor, he's going to make a move on Bentley. A little bit of contact. Here comes others. McLaughlin and others trying to file. I believe that's Devin Morgan trying to make some moves up inside and try to break into the top 5. Field going to glide their way through turns 3 and 4. Tucker not going to be a change up front, but Blake Pryor, a new Blake, sits in that second spot. Andrew Durham tries to make a move on Blake Bentley. 3 and 4 wide action in turns 1 and 2. Turn 3, Andrew Durham makes a big move. Bentley, though, going to try to hold on to that third spot up in the outside groove. Bentley can't clear just yet. Durham still right there. Blake Pryor trying to sneak up on the rear quarter panel of Rod Tucker, that number 78 Missile chassis machine. Tucker up the hill just a bit in turn 3. Could be trying out a couple of different lanes. Now the caution flag going to come out. Off of turn 4, they'll march it into turn number 1, mashing the loud pedal once again. Devin Morgan trying to make a move on the restart. Oh, 4 or 5 wide. Oh, Morgan going to go around to turn 2. A.J. Barker, Ronnie Mosley, Cody Ussery, and more all involved. Melee in turn number 2. Huge crash, multiple cars, and that will bring out the red flag here. It all started, Devin Morgan gets turned around. A.J. Barker had nowhere to go. Other cars like Steve Green and Cody Ussery, nowhere to go. They get trapped. I believe Justin Barber involved as well. Green flag, back in the air. Tucker, Pryor, going to march down the front stretch, still lead the field into turn number 1. 3 wide in turn 2. Here comes Caleb McLaughlin trying to make a move. McLaughlin to the outside of Durham. Now Durham to the inside of Bentley. Rod Tucker laying it to him there in the first position. Get across the stripe that time. He has opened it up to one of his bigger leads, 0.969 seconds. Just shy of a 1 second lead for Tucker. Blake Pryor going to sit in second, still over half of this feature to remain. Blake Bentley under attack from Andrew Durham. Durham in the 0-6 out of North Carolina. Trying to poach another position for Blake Bentley from right up the road in Lyman, South Carolina. Further back in the field, Austin Brown under attack from Blaze Bryant. Bryant from the Myrtle Beach area, first time at Cherokee Speedway, locked himself in on night number 2 through his heat race. He's been able to hold his own inside of the top 10 all weekend long. Good battle, turn 2. Caleb McLaughlin under attack from the Bounty Hunter. Austin Brown. Brown in his number 04 Stateman race cars. Also Brown's roofing on the side of Austin Brown's car. Father Tyke Brown, always get it done. One of the best roofers in the business. Field starting to get stretched out just a bit. Rod Tucker has stabilized himself in the lead. Pryor the same in the second spot. Blake Pryor right now floating around that 0.8 of a second deficit to Tucker. Closed up a little bit that time in 1 and 2. Part of the run where you're starting to wonder, the guys start saving their stuff. Tucker up the hill in 3. Rod Tucker has definitely slowed down just a bit. Not sure if he's trying to conserve his equipment in that 12 machine or if Pryor, just a little bit of a long run car. Here comes Blake Pryor to the rear quarter panel of Tucker. Couldn't quite get there that time, but he has closed the gap to a car length and a half in turn 3. Tucker opened it up back just a bit there. Turn 4, though, good battle. Austin Brown side by side with C-Bomb. Caleb McLaughlin. Those two have been going at it the last couple of laps. Austin Brown trying to make the pass from the middle to high lane. McLaughlin simply using that high lane. Keeps that momentum on corner exit. We get closer and closer to the halfway point. 24 complete that time of the scheduled 50-lap distance. Pryor using up some of his equipment. He has lost ground the last couple of laps. Halfway sticks that time. Halfway in the air, Rod Tucker trying to hang on. He's led the first 25. Can he do it for the back? Field single file for the moment, but up front, Blake Pryor continues to be a pest to race leader. Hot Rod Tucker. Tucker comes around to complete lap number 27. He's led them all, but Blake Pryor right there in his back pocket. Pryor not going to let the 12 machine walk away just yet. Good field of cars. Everybody still running strong. 17 still competing on the lead lap here. Been a little bit of a melee through this feature. Here comes Blake Pryor. Pryor to the inside of Tucker in turn 2. Battle for the lead is heating up. Rod Tucker, is he conserving? Now he hits the go button, separates just a bit from Pryor that time on the back half of the racetrack. Pryor seems like he closes in, then all of a sudden can't keep pace. Got to be wondering if Tucker's just trying to conserve some of his equipment. Got to make sure the tires and the race car last all 50 laps. You see the rubber screeching across the black, now almost pavement-looking dirt onto the racetrack. Turn 4, a good battle. Ricky Green, Cody Ussery going back and forth with one another. Brian Cars will slow off the pace in turn number 2. Extreme 4, you should be in the staging lane. As now laps clicking away fast here at the place Shimama warns about. Tucker going to come around and complete it. 18 laps going to remain that time. He's led all 32 to this point. Tucker, Pryor, Bentley, your top 3. Blake Bentley sits in 3rd. He's going to be looking for a little extra juice, perhaps. Another one of those TC Construction cautions. Potentially get this bit a little bit closer. Brian Carswell going to pull it off the racetrack in the neon orange number 13 machine. Stephen Ford in the 32 car. He's going to pull down to the access road. Move over flag begins to be displayed as a couple of cars could create a little bit of lap traffic for our race leaders. Steve Green and then the 55 of Mike Maines. They're battling. Green going to make that position there. The backside of the cars on the lead lap. 15 to go that time. Make it 14 to go this time as Tucker continues to lead the field across the stripe. Rod Tucker crosses the start-finish line for the one final time there into turn number 1. Just outside of 10 to go. Blake Pryor has stayed right there. Less than half a second that time. Pryor has been continued to pester that 12 machine of Rod Tucker. This entire feature is now both leaders trying to navigate some lap traffic. Mike Maines will be the first driver they catch up to in the 55 machine. Good battle into turn 1. Casey Towell underneath Patrick Lyon. Towell couldn't quite get it to stick. Lyon able to hold on to that position there to the outside. Tucker going to stay to the high side of the Stone Cold Plumber, Steve Green. He'll clear there. Down the front stretch into turn number 1, Rod Tucker, clean and green up front. He's led all 39. It'll be 10 to go next time by. Oh, car in turn 3. Caution flag is going to come out. That'll be the TC Construction yellow flag presented by VP Racing, Fuels Hoosier Racing Tires, NRS Race Score. Back of the year. 11 laps remain for the Street Stock Memorial Day Classic. Durham tried to make a move down to the low side, 3 wide off of turn 2. Ricky Green had to get back out of the throttle, but Rod Tucker right now your leader. Off of turn 4, Tucker, Pryor, Blake Bentley, your top 3. 10 to go that time by. Good battles further back in the field, but up front, Rod Tucker has one goal in mind, and that is to go to victory lane for the 2nd year in a row in this prestigious event. Tucker in his M&M scrap metal number 12 statement race cars by Ben Keith leading this feature. Blake Pryor sits in 2nd in his Dalton Peavy built missile chassis. Blake Bentley rides 3rd. Andrew Durham in the 4th position. Kayla McLaughlin, quiet top 5 run all night long, another one of those statement race cars. Under 10 to go, creeping in on 5 to go. Six to go this time at the stripe. Tucker with his biggest lead of the night, make it 2 seconds that time across the stripe. Blake Bentley, Andrew Durham continue to have a solid battle for the 3rd spot. Durham hadn't quite been able to get there. Bentley doing a good job making that rear quarter panel wide right now, sits in the podium position. 5 to go that time by for Rod Tucker. Through turns 3 and 4, Rod Tucker, he'll see 3 to go this time by. That 12 machine has been unstoppable. This time just letting it float into turn 1. Couple of good battles. Blaze Bryant, Cade Langley, they're going into turn number 1. Those 2 drivers been swapping different lanes. Cody Ussery, Bailey Lofton with a good battle as well. 2 to go this time by Rod Tucker. He'll see the popsicle sticks that time under the flag stand. Tucker began the weekend on Friday night. It's the fastest car in practice. Last night goes to qualifying, sets the quick time, picks up the Randy Spinestraw award bonus, $300 for the quick time. Wins his heat race, starts 2nd in the dash earlier tonight. He ends up climbing to the lead. Rod Tucker, final time off of turn number 2. Down the backstretch into turn number 3. They call him Hot Rod for a reason. He's been Hot Rod tonight. Rod Tucker, the 2024 Mini Street Stock Memorial Day Classic winner at Cherokee Speedway.
He climbing out of the car. Make some noise for your winner tonight, Mr. Rod Tucker. $6,500. Rod, my friend, what a race car. What a hot rod. It seems like Blake, every time Blake would catch up to you, you would kind of just go back a little bit forward right there and just manage those tires the best you could.
Yeah, my mom was over there signaling for me. But, I tried to save tires. I was just making big circles there, and, I felt like they could catch me when I slowed down a lot like that. But like you said, it's a hot rod, man, and the name suits it pretty good. Can't say enough about statement race cars, man. They're top-notch. They're good stuff. I want to thank all the sponsors on this thing: Spartanburg Fleet Service, Stevens Towing, ML Performance, CRP, Rod Tucker Racing. I can't help the Penske Racing Shocks, man, everybody, M&M Scrap. But I want to dedicate this win to Brian Harrelson. He's in the hospital battling leukemia. Hope he's going to pull through with it. We're praying for him. So this one's for you, Brian.
And tonight, $6,500 straight stock winner, Mr. Rod Tucker.